Free markets, healthcare, democracy, Africa still struggles. Many millions on the continent labor under political repression, civil war, and the politics of starvation. In the West African nation of Gabon last week, an attempt to improve Africa's fortunes. The second African-American Summit, intended to encourage black Americans to identify with their ancestral homelands and to support investment and development in Africa. Amid the laudable goals, however, there are criticisms and questions. Some say dictators are being treated as statesmen. Others say black Americans still haven't developed a consensus on just how to help. Well, joining us from Atlanta to discuss the African American Conference, Dr. Joseph Lowery, president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. And here in Washington, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, a civil rights leader, former presidential candidate, and we should add, a host of CNN's program Both Sides with Jesse Jackson. Gentlemen, welcome to you both. And to you both, what, in fact, in tangible terms, will have come from this conference that you just concluded? Dr. Jackson, let's start with you.
You know, just as European Americans as immigrants have weighed in heavily to create a European policy, which often has meant aid and trade and development, we who are from African ancestry came, of course, as slaves and not as immigrants. We've never really been able to put forth a clear-cut African development policy. Now we simply want to expand Africa's economy, which will allow America's economy to grow, the same kind of plan for aid and trade and growth, and in fact to bring Africa into the new world economic order. If we can convert the Russian ruble into real currency and lay the foundation for real Russian growth, we can turn the Nigerian naira into real currency and allow Africa to grow as well. It's that kind of concrete building of bridges that we were into this past week.
Dr. Lowery, what concrete steps do you expect will come from these series of talks?
Well, I think there are several important things. One, I think the end of the Cold War must mean the end of the cold shoulder that we've been extending to Africa. I think a child was born in Gabon, a new birth of connectionalism, that is roots